It's time to wake up. It's time to rise again. It's time to push yourself and go for that May 24 attempt. Yes, I am talking to the students who could not clear in November 23, either by small margins or by big margins, or who skipped November 23 because of some issues. See, I can very well understand that November 23, May 24, these students have gone through the worst phase in their life. Inter CA, they went through a big COVID period, and then there was uncertainty about the syllabus, what is going to come, what is not going to come. There are lots of options. Understanding the new syllabus and the options itself became a hidden adjustment. All right. And I can understand that there were lots of issues going on. When I was studying CA Final, it was very clear that this is the book, this is what you're supposed to study. All right, there were not n number of questions over what is going to be the syllabus. All right, so I can understand that things are not normal. Okay. So if anyone is blaming you for not clearing chartered accountancy, ask them to give this exam, and then they will come to know what is this course all about. All right. And stop comparing yourself with your friends who have cleared chartered accountancy. See, everyone is fighting a different battle. All right. To judge someone is the biggest mistake that we may commit. Okay, because we really don't know the backstory, and through Instagram reels we cannot understand the backstory. Okay. One day I will share my CA journey with you, and you will realize that I had a completely different fight. All right, but that's for some other day. As of now, this video is intended to give a proper transition strategy for students who are shifting from old syllabus to new syllabus, and video will be in simple English because I have lots of students in South India, also North India, South India, across the country. All right. I have more number of app downloads than my YouTube subscribers. So you need to like, subscribe, share, comment. Yes, I'm going to say this in every video now. Okay. So transition strategy from November 23 to May 24. This video will make you feel great. All right. And you will have complete clarity. So please stay with me. I will also give a study strategy. All right. That I will continue in my next video, because that's a study strategy. All right, will be for repeaters, freshers, everyone. I'll be covering all sorts of students in that. Okay, so over here, please focus. The contents of the strategy is for the transition people. All right, this is exclusively for the transition people. All right, changes in syllabus, and little bit I will talk about how to prepare. Okay, changes in syllabus. So when we talk about November 23 old syllabus content, all right. So your content was divided into two parts: auditing standards and other topics. So there were chapter 1, 2, 3, and 6, which were dealing with auditing standards in the old syllabus, and they had also given auditing pronouncements. So in the new syllabus, whatever was there in old syllabus for standards gets repeated. Now, some professors may say that few things have been deleted and stuff. No, it gets repeated, and I will give you the proof also for that. Okay. So 35 essays plus 1 SQC that you did in the old syllabus is repeated. Plus, all right, you will have 3 more essays, 2 more SREs, all right, 3 SAEs and 2 SREs. So total 46 standards. Earlier you had 35 essays and 1 SQC, so 36 standards. So there are 10 standards that have been added. Okay, that is one big change in the syllabus. Approach, give me some time. I'll talk about the approach later on. Okay, for other topics, professional ethics remains the same, plus few points have been added. Sir, which points have been added? Okay, if you go to professional ethics chapter, now listen to me. I'm assuming that you have covered at least the syllabus till November 23. So if you then go to professional ethics chapter, you will see that in the decisions of ethical standard board, which is I think given on the last 10 pages of the chapter, alright, in the last annexure, over there 13 decisions have been added. Okay, so that is one addition. There are some fresh questions also. I'll talk about the question bank later on. Apart from that, professional ethics topic remains the same. But if you're a November 22 student or so, alright, then in May 23, November 23 cycle, there were some changes like no CLAR, or non-compliance with laws and regulations, something with respect to the fees that we charge and the disclosures that we give. So I hope you have covered that. If you have not covered that, and if you studied way back in November 22 or so, then in that case you should study the entire professional ethics chapter. All right. Otherwise, if you are done till November 23, you can use the same syllabus again, plus the decisions of ethical standard board, where there are these last 12 13 decisions, all right, that have been added. That is something new that you will have to focus upon. Okay. When it comes to audit of banks, that remains the same. Audit of NBFC, if you have covered till November 23, because scale based regulations were introduced, all right, so that base layer, middle layer, top layer, upper layer, and all of that was introduced. So if you have covered till that syllabus, then in that case, still in the new syllabus module, you need to read the registration paragraphs, because for net owned fund requirements, they've added something. All right, you were going with net owned fund 2 crores, which has been increased to 10 crores now. So that is one point, all right, in audit of NBFC. Otherwise, everything else remains the same if you have covered till November 23. If you are a November 22 student, because in May 23 these amendments were introduced, then in that case, you should actually prepare audit of NBFC properly again. Audit of PSU remains the same. 1 or 2 paragraphs have been deleted, but that really does not matter. All right. Audit of CFS remains the same. Title has been changed from audit of CFS to group audit. All right. Audit in automated environment, there are lots of changes. So consider that title is also changed. So consider this digital auditing and assurance as a new topic altogether. Okay. Consider that as a new topic altogether. Investigation, due diligence and forensic. If you have done investigation, due diligence and forensic in the old syllabus properly, then you should just focus on the forensic part. The forensic part, 4 paragraphs have been deleted, 2 paragraphs have been added. So it is better consider the forensic part as the new part only and do it again. Alright. When it comes to internal audit, earlier the topic was internal management and operational audit. So management and operational audit have been deleted. In internal audit also 4 paragraphs have been deleted, 5 paragraphs have been added. So consider internal audit as a completely new topic. And these are not the topics that you would have prepared 10 times earlier. In the whole syllabus also you would have prepared it in a faster manner. So anyways you would have forgotten. Alright. So consider these topics as new topics only. Now special notes across the whole syllabus is that the balanced chapters of old syllabus like peer review, quality review, audit of insurance, this audit committee, corporate governance, all right. So these topics have been deleted. However, one paragraph of peer review, quality review, and a national financial reporting authority, all right, that one paragraph has been added. Okay. So anyways, if you know basics of peer review, quality review, and who is NFRA, should not be a problem because no technical points have been added. Okay. Now, special notes, ESG, SDG, all right, sustainable development goals and your social governance and environment sustainability. So that reporting and stuff, and that one topic has been added, a manageable topic. If you have good memory techniques, you can finish off that topic easily. All right. Company audit technically has been deleted. So these are my special notes. Be careful. But there is a little adjustment. If you go to chapter number 8 in the new syllabus module, which is audit report chapter, then you will see CARO 2020, section 143, section 145, and duties of the auditor, and these things are printed. So CARO 2020 is very much relevant. Section 143 is very much relevant. Plus, if you want to really solve professional ethics properly, that is clause 9 part 1 first schedule to CA Act 1949. You cannot solve that unless you have knowledge of section 139, 140 and 141. And in fact, for few more clauses of professional ethics also and few more concepts of professional ethics also, you need knowledge of section 139, 140 and 141. Now, when we talk about CARO 2020, you have this clause which talks about maintenance of cost records, which is a clause 6, maintenance of cost records. So for that, you need at least basic knowledge of section 148. All right. So my request is, your company audit knowledge still remains relevant to a great extent. And if at all you have forgotten, there is one inter-CA marathon video which I had put up for May 23. Still remains the same. You can just go through that video once and just brush up your knowledge. On YouTube it is there, company audit marathon revision, correct? So, or whichever professors you are following, that is fine. Company audit, everyone is expert of company audit. Alright, so you can just do it from there also, that is fine. So that one particular chapter, don't feel that it is completely deleted. There can be some impact of that particular chapter in your audit paper also. Across entire module, I must appreciate the ICAI test your understanding and test your knowledge questions. Alright. And that is something that they have really worked upon and they've given some good questions. So my request to you is, when we talk about your approach, okay, when we talk about your approach, the study material that you're supposed to use for the topics that are unchanged, detailed approach and analysis and stuff I'm going to come up in the next video. For the topics which are unchanged, okay, for those topics, You can use your existing syllabus, I mean the old syllabus notes, not a problem. However, it is just my humble request that keep the ICA module open. For example, let us say you are preparing standards on auditing. Okay, now these are the initial pages of the ICA module. Let us say that you are preparing standards on auditing. Now if you see, 11 chapters are on standards. Some chapters they have printed in detail, some standards they have discussed in detail, alright, and some standards only summary is printed. However, when you read the initial pages of the ICAI module, for bare text of guidance notes on auditing standards, you are advised to refer auditing pronouncements, which has been hosted on BOS knowledge portal. Alright. For understanding the coverage of the syllabus, it is important to read study material along with study guidelines. So don't worry, you don't need auditing pronouncements full by heart. But till November 23, if you are my student, you know we had discussed it in great detail. So that still remains relevant. Because when you look at the chapter, you know, some chapters have some standards printed in a very summarized manner. So some professors are saying that, alright, that you know, there is nothing going to be asked from those standards and stuff. I don't know how they are making such wild predictions. Alright. But everything remains relevant. Now let us say, for example, if you are preparing essay 240, let us say, keep chapter number 2 open. Read the initial pages. You will come to know which essay is covered in which chapter. Keep chapter number 2 open. Study from your old notes only. Okay. Then just go through it. Okay, this para, this is covered in my notes, this is covered in my notes, this is covered in my notes. Alright, just a reconciliation so that you feel better. Alright. Let us say you are studying essay 250. Read from your existing, I mean the whatever old notes you have, it's fine. Because that still remains relevant, completely relevant. However, just go through that. Okay, this is covered, this is covered, this is covered, this is covered. That's the way of studying. And please cover the questions which they have covered for this particular standard, because you will see new questions. It's not like just old question bank they have repeated over there. That is the simple approach. Okay. Okay. Now, similarly for across all standards you are going to do. And if you feel that no, I am feeling comfortable reading from here, then it is fine. But be careful. When it comes to chapter number 5 audit evidence, chapter number 6 completion and review, they have printed only charts. And they are saying that we are going to ask only application based questions. But when you look at those questions, their chart is not enough. Alright. So if you are following me, then my notes, whatever you had, will be enough. Or if you are following some others, then at least their notes, I'm assuming that will be more detailed than the charts that ICI has given over here. Alright. So don't get misled by this. Alright. You cannot just read the charts that are printed over here. You need to have little bit of more knowledge. Okay. Little bit, at least more than that. Otherwise, I think for all other essays, even module is nicely drafted, should not be a problem. Okay. Now for these new standards that have been added, see, I'm starting with my fast track course from 17th January or so, because I'm uploading this video today on 13th Jan. So it is up to you if you want to join, or you can go for my recorded lectures also, if at all you feel so. Otherwise, frankly speaking, somewhere in February end or March first week or so, you know, whenever we are done with our batches, we will come out with revision content. You know that I will come out with some kind of revision content. So at that point of time also, you want to cover it from there, then also it is fine. Alright. And I'm saying this openly, that obviously at some stage we will come out with revision content. We can't leave the students, right? Alright. So obviously, you know, I cannot sleep peacefully unless we help you properly. But I've come out with fast track courses at a very subsidized rate for my in-house students who are getting repeated in May 24. So if at all you feel like going for it, you can go for it. Okay. Then over here, that is how you're supposed to study. Okay. So existing chapters, whatever unchanged, you can read it from your notes, but keep the ICA module open. For example, professional ethics, everyone will have their own set of notes. Fine, but keep the ICA chapter open. Alright. Audit of banks, everyone will have their notes, but yes, but keep the ICA chapter open. Alright. Just makes you feel more comfortable. You don't have to worry about by hearting everything. Alright. But at least the test your knowledge, test your understanding questions and everything you are supposed to cover. Okay. So that is broadly the strategy. Okay. Now what should be the schedule of studying? Alright. What should be the schedule of studying? What is the exact weightage that ICAI is expecting from you? Alright. Is going to give to the chapters. What kind of questions will be expected? Now that remains common whether you are transitioning from November 23 to May 24, alright, or you are a fresher in May 24. And that is why I will cut this video over here and I will continue in the next video. Alright. Thank you so much. Stay connected with me. I will sort your new syllabus. Okay. All the best.